An update to breaking news this morning. A woman has been found safe after an incident at a home in Northwest Lincoln happened yesterday, is what police say. And according to Lincoln police, 42-year-old Jessie Ray Beck was found safe after a separate scene unfolded in West Lincoln. And officers responded to a residence near 2nd Street and Santa Fe Trail around 10:30 p.m. last night. Well, officers took 36-year-old Christopher Collins into custody after SWAT moved into the home. This happened around 11. And Beck was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries, and Collins was taken with potential injuries, is what an LPD chief says. And more information will be shared at a news conference this morning. All right, hello everyone. Good morning and happy Friday. My name is Elena Riley, and thank you very much for joining me here at the Alert Center, where we go over our top headlines. So let's head to more then. All right, next up this morning, the former executive director of the Nebraska Liquor Control Commission pleaded not guilty to federal charges in court yesterday. So 58-year-old Hobart Roop and 45-year-old Brett Zywick, the co-owner of 2 Lincoln strip clubs, were co-conspirators in an 11-count federal indictment that happened on Wednesday. And Roop, who served as the executive director of the commission for over 20 years, allegedly exchanged favors for free drinks, sexual acts, and cash at the office and the night before lounge. And the federal indictment alleges that Roop worked with Zywick, and Roop used his influence in the commission to protect Zywick's liquor licenses and even point authorities in the direction of his competitors there in Omaha, is what prosecutors allege. Well, the commission voted unanimously to suspend Roop back in May without pay in an emergency meeting. They cited a joint federal-state investigation into the alleged criminal conduct, according to the chairman. And the next hearing for the commission is set for this next Wednesday at 9 a.m. Moving along this morning, the Rules Committee and the Nebraska Legislature will hold a briefing. So First Alert 6 has told senators want to discuss the committee structure and its impacts on the rules of the legislature. And this briefing is scheduled for 10 a.m. this morning. This committee consists of 6 members: Lauren Lippincott, Wendy DeBoer, Elliot Boster, Ben Hansen, Teresa Ibbach, and John Arch. And it is categorized as a select committee there in the legislature. My next headline is that Nebraska is one of 5 states chosen for a federal pilot program called the Temporary Assistance for Needy Families Program, or TANF. Well, the goal is to help families on public assistance move toward long-term independence. It's currently providing short-term support to families for basic needs such as rent, groceries, and utilities. In First Alert 6, we reached out to nonprofits and some workforce groups that would be a part of this program, and many say they are still waiting on the details, but they're hopeful it will give families the tools they need to succeed. Arizona, Iowa, Ohio, and Virginia were also selected for the pilot, and state officials say Omaha could serve as the model for expanding the program across the state. And Nebraska will spend the first year designing the program and setting benchmarks, and then the pilot will run for up to 5 years. Next up, an update that yesterday community members gathered for the kickoff for the Bellevue Food Pantry's future home, which is the former library there in Bellevue. And according to a release, the pantry has been operating at about 1,052 square foot space. That's about as small as a studio apartment. And the new space is about 21,500 square feet. Big upgrade there. Their current location is compiled of a few employees and volunteers. They shelve and bag items. But once open, the new site will feature a walk-in fridge and freezers, along with a community garden. So a lot of new fresh foods there available. And plans for the $7.2 million project were shared with First Alert 6 last October. But as the pantry has raised only $3.5 million so far, that's what they told us yesterday. The organizers are still asking for donations. We have that information up on our website here. And this pantry serves about 1,600 to 1,800 people each month. Many of them are families as well as former military, thereby Offutt. And pantry officials hope that this change will help their effort to fight food insecurity in their area and also accommodate to a growing need. All right, last up, it's going to be a party there in downtown here in Omaha tomorrow for Omaha native boxer Terrence Bud Crawford's latest victory. There he is, his last fun parade we had here for him. So he made history in mid-September. He became the first male boxer to capture 3 unified division titles. So while there's lots of excitement, there's also some concerns about the parade route as well as parking. But First Alert 6 is here to help. The parade will begin at 10 a.m. and the mayor's office suggests parking no later than 8:30 a.m. tomorrow to secure a spot there. Make sure you got a good view of all this. The city has opened 6 lots for free parking, as well as all of those lots and stalls downtown. This is from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. tomorrow. And the parade route starts at 19th and Farnham Streets, heads south onto 13th Street, then ends at 10th and Harney. And the route will be closed from 9 to 11:30 a.m. For that parade. So we'll head here to our website to check out this graphic we have for you to help you out navigate all this fun happening. All right, here we are. Here's our interactive map we have for you to check everything out. So the red lines show you where all the road closures are, and the yellow lines are the road restrictions. There's also temporary road closures there in purple for the route. So here we see red lines. These roads are closed. Restricted roads might be hard to get through, and then close for the parade there. So you can check out more on this web story. Where you have a lot more about that Bud celebration there online on First Alert 6. Here's my web story that I bring to you every weekday morning at around 6 a.m. to get you ready to go for the day, as well as this live stream at around 8 a.m. To talk over all these fun headlines. All right. Well, thank you very, very much for joining me this morning. I'll be back on at about 10:30-ish to come bring you our top events happening in Omaha. So some fun things to do this weekend. Of course, the Bud Parade, a little more on that, but a lot more fun things to do. So please join me then. And until then, have a good start to your morning.